everyone, welcome back to Zakaya. Today, we're taking you on a journey to explore the stunning Haar Castle, the largest castle in the Netherlands. Situated near the village of Haarzuilens in the province of Utrecht, Haar Castle is a magnificent example of neo-Gothic architecture, with a fascinating history that dates back to the 19th century. Originally a medieval castle, Haar Castle underwent a remarkable reconstruction in the late 1800s. This ambitious project was commissioned by Etienne van Zuylen de Nijevelt and his wife Alne de Rothschild, who owned the estate at that time. The reconstruction was led by the renowned Dutch architect, Pierre Cuypers, the creative mind behind iconic structures such as the Rijksmuseum and Amsterdam Central Station. What you see today is a testament to Cuypers' vision, a blend of medieval and Renaissance elements, resulting in a castle that's both grand and enchanting. As we step inside, visitors are treated to the opulent interiors of the castle, featuring the Great Hall, bedrooms, and a captivating library. The attention to detail in the design truly transports you to a bygone era. Haar Castle isn't just a static museum. It's a living monument that hosts various events and exhibitions throughout the year, creating a dynamic and immersive experience for all who visit. Now, we are looking at the heart of the castle, the magnificent Great Hall. The Great Hall is a spectacle of medieval-inspired architecture, featuring towering ceilings, stunning woodwork, and medieval-style chandeliers that transport you to a bygone era. Over the years, people have used many names for Haar Castle. The most heard are Haarzuilens Castle, Haarzuilen Castle, Haarzuilen Castle, Ter Haar Castle, De Haar Castle, and De Haar House. But it is all the same castle, Haar Castle. Slotzeilen, on the other hand, is a different castle, near Utrecht. Haar Castle has 200 rooms, partly because of fire safety and a large number of rooms that are still under renovation. The castle's history dates back to at least the late 14th century. That's when the Prince Bishop of Utrecht granted it to the Van de Haar family, who established a fief on the property and built its first castle, which consisted of only a single tower. It was destroyed about 100 years later and replaced by a second larger castle that steadily fell into disrepair during the 17th century. As we move through the castle, we arrive at the elegant dining room. The dining room is a feast for the senses, with a polished table, opulent tableware, and large windows that illuminate the space, a setting fit for royalty. The property passed through several hands until it was inherited by Baron Etienne van Zuylen van Nijevelt in the 19th century. By then, various storms, military conflicts, and the ravages of time had reduced the building to little more than a ruin. The Baron and his wife, Baroness Helene van Zuylen, the heiress to a French banking fortune, were determined to replace it with one of Europe's most extraordinary castles. Next on our tour is the castle's impressive library, a haven for book enthusiasts. The library with dark wood paneling, leather-bound volumes, and antique globes. The library exudes intellectual refinement with its dark wood paneling, shelves of leather-bound volumes, and cozy reading corners. It's a place where time seems to stand still. The castle was completed by 1907, along with packing it full of modern luxuries like electric lighting, a telephone, and steam-powered heating. Kuipers worked in ornate wood carvings, stained glass windows, statues, and a breathtaking main hall that resembles the interior of a Roman cathedral. Helene also had big plans for the surrounding grounds. She decided to fill the property with 7,000 fully grown trees as part of design plans drawn up by landscape architect Hendrik Kopijn. Now, let's explore the luxurious bedrooms that tell tales of comfort and extravagance. Each bedroom is a sanctuary of luxury, featuring four-poster beds, antique furnishings, and, in some cases, breathtaking views of the castle grounds. From 1900s, the Baron and Baroness stay at the castle every September and invited family and friends for a grandiose stay. Baron Etienne in particular is almost professionally busy organizing this event. He sets the September tradition in motion, but his son Baron Egmont and his grandson Baron Thierry also received any guests at Haar. The 5 daughters of Baron Thierry still possess the hereditary right to the September residence. Let's have a look at the storied guestbook of this majestic February 19, 2024 to century reconstruction. First on our list is the iconic fashion designer, Coco Chanel. Known for her impeccable taste and timeless style, Coco Chanel's visit to Haar Castle added a touch of haute couture to its already luxurious ambiance. Next, we have the suave British actor, Roger Moore. Famous for his portrayal of James Bond, Roger Moore's presence at Haar Castle surely stirred up some intrigue and excitement. And let's not forget the incomparable Audrey Hepburn. As a Dutch native and a global icon of elegance, Audrey Hepburn's rumored visit to Haar Castle adds a touch of grace and sophistication to its history. Joining the ranks of our esteemed guests is the legendary opera singer, Maria Callas. With her unparalleled talent and magnetic presence, Maria Callas would have undoubtedly left a lasting impression on the castle's guests and patrons. Last but certainly not least, we have members of royalty gracing the halls of Haar Castle. From Queen Juliana and Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands to other esteemed dignitaries, their visits underscore the castle's importance as a cultural and historical landmark. The Baron and Baroness never planned to live at the castle full-time. They thought of it more as a seasonal home where they would receive various high-profile visitors every September. The castle was eventually passed down to their only surviving son who, along with the rest of the family, fled to New York as World War engulfed Europe. During and after the conflict, the property was used for military purposes and the housing of refugees. The castle itself remained undamaged, but the grounds were converted into vegetable gardens. Many of Helene's trees were chopped down for firewood. Maintaining a castle this elaborate and hosting fancy parties isn't cheap. Changing times and the costs of upkeep slowly caught up with the Van Zylens. Thierry and Gabrielle divorced in the 1980s, and by the late 1990s, the castle's medieval foundations were crumbling as well. The family made the difficult decision to divide up the property in 2000s. The castle and a few dozen acres surrounding it were turned over to a foundation named Stichting Kasteel de Haar. The remainder of the property was converted into a nature reserve, Steady restoration work was conducted on the castle over the next 10 years, and it opened to the public in 2011. The castle and park are owned by the Haar Castle Foundation. The family still has the right to stay in the castle itself for 1 month a year, but instead they often come throughout the year and stay in the Stelle, the little castle to the left of the castle. And there you have it, the magnificent Haar Castle in the heart of the Netherlands. If you ever find yourself in Utrecht, make sure to explore this historical gem and witness the beauty that unfolds within its walls. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more travel and history content. Thanks for watching.